lolo kini. Senyor kang lola kini. Senyor kang tatay kini. Senyor kang nanay kini. Sudan ni balanghay, mawi akong gamot. Sayo na gipari sa pag-iog sa sulok. Pagkachiko panampit, alang sa Santo Niño. Ilalat ang kinabuyaron, malipay ang Ginoo. Sinulog, siyagit kong puso.
Senyor! Welcome to MyTV Cebu Sinulog 2021 Special Production. My name is Andrea Patenya Matthew.
And I'm Jorsky Alipon. Despite the cancellation of the activities for the celebration this year, we are bringing to you the Sinulog vibes, yes, to your homes through the winning performances as we recall them throughout the years.
Yes. And in fact, Ja, we will also be bringing you stories about the Sinulog 2021. In fact, we already had our solemn pontifical and concelebrated mass with Cebu Archbishop Jose Palma a while ago at the Basilica Minore del Santo Niño. Murag daghan-daghan gyud ang mga nahitabo karong tuiga, Ja, no? And this is our first time to experience Sinulog nga ingon ani.
We're not seeing the live performances this year.
Yes. Murag, just to trace back at the activities that transpired, at first, the Sinulog Foundation Incorporated and ang Cebu City Hall, they planned to have a grand showdown and street dancing sa SRP.
Right.
However, because of, the current pandemic, just to follow safety health protocols and niangal man sad gyud ang kapulisan, no? Nga
Actually.
dili siya safe. So they plan to cancel it, virtual na lang ko, no? And then they realized nga bisag virtual magather man gyapon ng mga participants kay kinahanglan mo practice, kinahanglan mo shoot.
Right.
The same story na gid gyapon siya mass gathering, so they decided to cancel it again. And even our masses sa Basilica, 'di ba?
After the fourth day of the Divina Masses,
gikinahanglan sad nga i-cancel because nakita nilang, especially during 5 and 6 p.m. masses, kanang tinggawa sa mga tao after their work, magdasok sa gihapon ang mga devotees sa Basilica. So that is why they made a decision, although it was a heartbreaking one,
right?
especially for the devotees, but it is for the safety of the public, nga virtual na lang atong masses. But anyway, we still get to express our faith
in any other way. Right?
Yes.
Even at home, faith is an expression that we can do elsewhere. Diba?
Maog yun,
Not
no?
only inside the church or during the festival, but we could always pray. We could always spend some time with the Lord. No, this maybe the tradition itself is not apparent now. But soon, we'll hope for a better year ahead of us.
Hopefully
next year.
Hopefully.
Na timing masad, no? This year, we're also going to celebrate the 500 years of
Yes.
Christianity.
And actually, I think we already had a lot of lessons learned during the preparation for Sinulog 2021. We already know what not and what to do para at least ma-apply nato sa atong 500 years of Christianization nga celebration. Hinaot pa unta nga kanang ilang mga ipang plan nga activities for that celebration. Wadayon na gyud.
We learned from the lessons sa Sinulog.
Yes.
Kung ano ba
naman
yun,
na.
naahatag uban, nag-practice ng
Yes,
uban.
diba?
Nagasto ng uban. So, subsidy na lang yun ang mahatag karon sa gobyerno because kinahanglan sa tabangan ng mga nakasugod na. But of course, we understand why the government has to implement this kind of protocol.
That's true. But anyway, di man gyud gyapon mawagta ang Sinulog. It will always be there. And in fact, this is the reason why we are having our Sinulog 2021 special production, because we still want to bring the Sinulog vibes, the Sinulog spirits to your home. So again, we are inviting everyone to tune in to Channel 30 MyTV on Sky Cable, and we are also live on our Facebook page. And speaking of mga canceled events, aside sa mga canceled events sa Sinulog Foundation Incorporated, doon na sa tayong mga canceled events sa Fiesta Senior. No mo magid unta ning pinaka-importante karon, wala tay Walk of Jesus, wala tay nag-fluvial procession, Walk with Mary, traslasyon. But sige lang, let's look back at these events during this past years in this video.
palangga, kanamo maluoy kaunta, nga kanimo nang ilaba, kanamo maluoy kaunta, nga kanimo nang ilaba. Dinhi sa syudad sa Subo, ang matahong larawan sa unang mga misyonero, sa usang balay hipagang, kanina ikaw nagpakita, ikanda sa imong gugma, kanamo maluoy kaunta, nga kanimo nang ilaba, kanamo maluoy kaunta, nga kanimo nang ilaba. Iludhan ka o gisimba, ni atong mga kapalian, sa tanan mga katawhan, sa mga punuan nila, kaysa pagtanaw kanimo Kristiyano, sila nahimo, kanamo maluoy kaunta, nga kanimo nang ilaba, kanamo maluoy kaunta, nga kanimo nang ilaba. Ang simbahan ipatihindog, ni atong mga tawhanan, aron ang larawan nimo, dunay usang uloy anan, ug dito gihangyod nila nga kaluyan, nimo sila, kanamo maluoy kaunta, nga kanimo nang ilaba, kanamo maluoy kaunta, nga kanimo nang
There you have it. That was our throwback video of the past Fiesta Senior activities. Ja, kung imong ma-recall, murag dugay naman gid kita ni cover ani, no?
More than a decade naman siguro.
More than a decade of covering the Fiesta Senior activities. Magtan-aw ta sa video, makapanlimbaw at balhibog gihapon, no? You see the faith, the devotion, not only of Cebuanos, di ba, bisag kinsa from all over the Philippines, daghan gid gihapon ang muanhi dinhi sa Cebu during January to celebrate these activities. And sa imong mga ma-recall, sa imong pag-cover ani?
Oh, I started with street report. So makitan gyud nimo ba ang feel sa gawas, both mga local ug mga foreign nga mga turista na dito nya pangutano nimo mga foreigner.
Yeah.
Syempre mag-English gud ka. Makurot sa lang atong bawon na nganong na sila dire, and they would answer you because they're curious. They wanted to see for themselves. They want to witness why Filipinos everywhere in the world are talking about the Sinulog here in Cebu.
Mao gyud. And sa akong ma-recall, no, usually, I think murag pirmi gini na akong assignment ang fluvial parade sa una. And I could recall nga mga adlawon me, we would go as early as 2 a.m. sa pier. Niya, usahay man, nakaita sa Coast Guard, usahay, diba, bisag asa nga assignment sa media ba. And kuan gyud kanang nindot kayang feeling nga even if hago, you have to wake up as early as 2 a.m., as 1 a.m. actually para maabot ka at 2 at 3 a.m. Gaan kayo ang feeling nga makita gid nimo kung unsa ka touching ang effect ni Senior Santo Niño sa mga deboto niya.
That's why.
Unsa imong kasagaran nga assignment before, Jao?
Ako, yes, I also joined, of course, datong Vina Masses, ang kanang mga traslasyon.
Yes.
Sometimes, maglibog ka ba? Naka dito as a devotee or as a reporter? Okay, you're amazed the moment you just want to, you know, make use nga naa ka dito, nya savor it, nya just reflect, ana bitaw nya kabaw ka alongside na nakay trabaho aron na report ang event.
Di ka pa din ma-carried away.
Yes.
Kaya na po, di ko istorya sa waton. But kuan, hopefully next year, na nataingon ani nga mga activities, pero kung di gyapon pwede, di gyapon sa dato kinahanglan pugson, pero again, like what you said earlier, we can express our faith anywhere. Naamang gyud ang Ginoo bisan asa, diba? As long as musangpit lang gyud ta niya. And speaking of these activities, naaman sa gitaan ni mga Fiesta Senior activities because of the history of the Christianization dinhi sa Pilipinas. So it started in
1521.
1521. Nag-research kinahanglan gid no kung subuanon ka kahibaw gid ka ani mga detalye.
Bisan sa mga history classes, sa mga estudyante, 'di ba? Part na gid ni sa pangutanon sa mga maestra kanusa nagsugod
ang Kristyanismo.
Dire sa atong nasod. Then of course Cebu is the center of it.
Yes, the cradle
of
Christianity. So, let's just have a flashback or kanang atuang balikan ang atuang history. Let's watch this beautiful story on the history of the image of Senior Santo Niño de Cebu.
Rich, poor, young or old, thousands of believers always gather at the Basilica Minore of Santo Niño every January to venerate the image of the child Jesus. Several devotees have even different images of the Santo Niño, carved in various styles and expressions. But it is the image of the Senior Santo Niño de Cebu that has been considered the most famous. Let's trace back its history.
We all know that Magellan brought the Santo Niño and gave the Santo Niño to Queen Juana.
Raja Humabon, Queen Juana, and the rulers were baptized as Christians. However, after their conversion, Ferdinand Magellan died in an encounter with Lapu-Lapu on April 27, 1521.
Then after that, there was a silence for 40-something years. 1565, the arrival of Legazpi. Okay? Then, they bombed the place the settlement. No, they bombed the settlement, and Juan Camos, a Spanish soldier, found a box over a box in a burned house. But when they opened it, they found a child Jesus image in perfect, almost perfect condition, still with the camiseta and the filmish hat, and image that was said to be made in Flanders, which could easily match the image brought by Magellan. Okay, never in our history record states that the image was described as black, and it was never described as any color, but it was just the holy image of Jesus.
People say that the original image of Santo Niño de Cebu was color black. In fact, there are photos to support this. However, Ben Chua found out in his interviews with Mimi Trusdal, one of the camareras of Santo Niño, that the original color of the image when it was given by Magellan was skin tone. Why and who painted it black remains a mystery.
Sometime on the late 1800s, it was painted by an Augustinian priest with no names and with no reason, just a melancholic state of his painted it black. So, forwarding the story, during the bombing of the San Agustin Church, two priests, Alaba and Leandro Moran, Pablo Alaba and Leandro Moran, noticed that the bombed image of Santo Niño fell down from its niche, scratched and with broken eyes and deep scratched cheek on the right. They brought it to Redemptorist Church, and it was found by a Teresian nun when she was wiping the image that the black image have a second layer which is skin tone. So they commissioned Dr. Rosario Mimi Trosdal y Borromeo to do the restoration. She restored it skin tone. Okay, according to Miss Trosdal, when she was repairing the image, she did not touch the hair. That would include part of its forehead, the hairline. So if you notice, original image sported, if you take out the crown, there's a certain portion that is still black. Number two, there's a deep scratch on the right side, very evident. Okay. With these two alone, makasulti na ka nga, maugini siyang original nga Santo Niño.
Chua also clarified that the original image of Santo Niño de Cebu is the one that we see enclosed in a bulletproof glass in the chapel inside the basilica, and it is not hidden in the second floor of the church.
Well, there was a document that I've read in Spanish and translated by a friend to me. It said that the basilicahood is awarded to San Agustin with conditions, no? The original image or icon should be exposed to the public for veneration. That is why we could notice it and we could attest to it that the white marble chapel on the right side of the basilica housed the original image of the Santo Niño.
Only a selected group of women called camareras can change the clothes of the Holy Child.
A camarera is somebody who took care of the vestments of a royalty. No, Santo Niño is it's a monarch. So, parang in English, ladies in waiting na sila. They dress up the Santo Niño. They choose which vestments to wear. They clean, the accessories, the crown, the staff, everything about the Santo Niño. They have this ritual, the ritual. The head camarera usually was the one that on hands, and the other camareras would do the passing of the needle, the passing of the thread, something like that.
Choa started his devotion to Santo Niño when he was still in grade school.
I used to pass by Basilica, then ako ng ruta, from Juan Luna to the tip of Manalili, then the whole strip of Colon. I used to, every time I pass by Santo Niño, during that time we have a problem about cases with the court, So, very desperate, soul searching, I went to lots of churches, But I just don't know why nga kung maabot inikagawas na ko gikan sa Basilica, murag all of my problems are care of with that little boy.
Like Choa, Glenn Albutra, a devotee of Santo Niño, also has several images of the child Jesus.
Anything you are so down, Niño, I'm so low. Makuanda yung ka, ma-relief ka of your problems nga. Guided ka for your day-to-day. Nga, say malipay kay ko, may bug ko. Your lipay kay ko ron your hope nyor hanga ka ng, murag personification ba? There's a communication between you and your Santo Niños.
His family used to celebrate the Sinulog every year traditionally.
Actually, the Sinog is the most authentic. Ang Sinog is a ritual na gihapon na siya wherein ang figures, ang drum beat itself is different from the Sinulog. The drum beat is different kanang kainday tita nga gigamit sa taga Mabolo sa Amoa. So laing gyud nagbeat gyud nya. Why counting ang Sinog? They will just only listen to the drum. Change rhythm sa drum. Nana sila choreography nga magtuyok baro na sila. Another beat na sad screama, they call it screama, mag-screama sa day na sila. There are lots of figure. Kini nga figure para ni masakiton. Kini nga figure para ni sa kanang wood harvest or whatever. Naana sa mga kanang mga steps, naana yung mga meaning. And then actually ang nakadag yung nindot ana because sa di pa may mag-start naagi ni bata nga magdupa. Alabasyon, we call it alabasyon. Ang bata gyud na mga yuog mga favor sa Santo Niño for blessing, for guidance and everything. Pero it's in Spanish version. Ang nakanindot sad for the family kay kanan nga mga names sa family ilan na isang pit.
Dito pasensya
Couple Ray and Ginalyn Labrado have also been devotees of the Holy Child.
Sukat pagid sa una, ang ako manggong lola sa una, ako kinamangguangan nga ako. Unya, dalhod yung ko pirmi sa una sa akong lola sa Senior Santo Niño. Kamay pa ko, may pangubata. So ako naman is, busuloy din nga ito ni Senior Santo Niño. Wa po kasabot at nung si Lola Santo Niño. But as I grow, nagkadako ko, hangtod na high school ko, nahimos akong kanang devote ni Senior Santo Niño nga every Friday from Abiliana, kay Abiliana mo na school, Abiliana na siya na school, hangtod sa Santo Niño, maglakaw jud ko every Friday gina siya. So never been miss ko sa akong pagka during high school days nga di ko makasimba sa Santo Niño. Naanda na ginako hangtod dala na ako sa pag-college na ako, hangtod na trabaho jud ko. Baskin ako trabaho na sa Mactan Rosa Zone, pero may yung paagi nga after office hours mo anto jud ko sa Senior Santo Niño.
Ako, since single pa ko, dalaga pa ko, sa una pa, estudyante pa ko, devote na ko ni senior. In fact, the more na nasamot ako pagka-devote, pag-abot ako sa Cebu. Because I'm from Mindanao, akong mama, muari kami sa Cebu para manghawak kami sa senior. Sa una, kay taas pa kayo ang linya sa karsada, early morning, mga alas 3 pa, mulinya nami para manghawak kami sa senior. Kay gikan mami sa Mindanao. Then hangtod nga nakatrabaho ko diri sa Cebu, siguro si Senyor dadon jud ko niya diri sa Cebu para ari jud ko diri. So after gud na sa akong work, no, kaya akong office sa unan diri man dapit sa Carbon. So after office hour, pag 5:30 mo atin jud ko mass sa Santo Niño. No, every day gina siya. Kay mao dyan na akong gipaduol jud ko ni Senyor kay ako buti naman jud ko ni Senyor since before pa. Then hantod nga namin yung biniray na every after office hour wala pa mi sa IMG. So adto gimi magkita sa Santo Niño. So kay musimba ko, then adto na siya from work niya sa Lapu-Lapu sa Mactan, then adto mi magkita sa Santo Niño kay wala pa may cellphone sa una. Every year na ami all IMG members nami get together fiesta after our mass sponsor. Last Sunday lang we have 5 p.m. mass sponsored, and it's our tradition na gina siya. So pasalamat ko ni Senyor kay although wala man ni baby, siya gid among baby. So thank you Senyor. Salamat kay Senyor sa mga grasya nga gihatag kanamo, and more blessings pa Senyor nga imong ihatag sa mua. So Viva Pit Senyor.
Viva Pit Senyor.
Viva Pit Senyor, and thank you Senyor Santo Niño.
Indeed, people have different stories to tell about their relationship with the child Jesus. But this year, they have a common prayer.
So I just hope and pray nga maundang na dyan yung COVID. I'm so tired of wearing this. I'm so tired of having the mask.
Unity among all men and brotherhood among all men. Then, regarding this pandemic, I'm hoping that this would end the soonest, no?
This is Sister Nancy Mirafuentes for MyTV Cebu's Sinulog Special.
The image of Senior Santo Niño is like telling the story of every Cebuano, of every Filipino.
Yes.
By that, now we see that this image has become the symbol of faith among all of us. But
Yes.
let us remember, it is an instrument. It is a symbol. No? At the end of the day, it will always be about our relationship with Him. No, but of course, every time we see ang especially the original image of Senior Santo Niño, makapalimbaot yun og balahibo.
Mao gyud. And kuan lang sad kinahanglan sad nato hinumduman nga like sa uban manggo dili lang gyud siya pang decoration,
Right.
no. Ang image sa Senior Santo Niño, kinahanglan we always have to venerate the image, ampuan gid siya. And interesting sad gid kaay ni atong mga nahibaw-an nga facts from our interviewee a while ago, si Sir Ben Chua. He told us about the things that he learned from one of the camareras of the original image of Senior Santo Niño. So mo to iya sa gingingon nga one of the mga timailhan nga mo gitong original image is if you can see na siya marag scratch,
Yes.
marag dent siyang right cheek. So mo gid kuno to ang pagkahug sa original image during the World War bombing. Natagak siya from its niche dayon. Giadto daw siya sa Redemptorist Parish. Yeah, while one of the nuns was cleaning the image, dito niya na-realize that there was actually a second layer. So, dili gid siya black kuno ang original color, but it was skin tone. So, mo to gi-repair siya to its skin tone color that we see now. And iya sa gi-clarify that the image that we see inside the basilica is really the real image
Yes.
of Senior Santo Niño.
Actually, dagan nagdebate, ana.
Yes, kay daghan og maingon nga dili gid ko no inaog sa mga pare ang original na ako no na sa taas sa basilica kay dili inaog, pero gi-clarify sad ni Sir Ben nga one of the conditions nga mahimong basilica ang church is kinahanglan nga i-display gyud for public viewing ang original image ni Senior Santo Niño. So mo na to makitaan sa chapel inside the basilica.
Right. But there are certain activities nga kinahanglan ng replica ang ipagawas
Yes.
nila because they have to take care of the original image.
Yes,
diba?
that's true. And also, I think it's also up to the discretion of the current rector of the basilica kung mutugot ba siya nga ipagawas ang original image or not for these certain activities. Joe, by the way, because we are very thankful to all of our viewers for tuning in to our MyTV Cebu Sinulog 2021 special coverage, doon na sa dito ipanghatag nga prize. We
Wow.
have a giveaway to one lucky viewer. It's very simple. All you have to do is comment the hashtag Sinulog 2021 with MyTV Cebu for your entry for online raffle and for your chance to win a family meal from Millie's. Lamig kini siya nga dimsum. Grabe.
Pili kag dimsum.
Yes, of course.
Una-una kag apil.
Pwede ka ma-appeal. Mga appeal ta, Jaw. Comment ka.
Qualified naman sa daan.
May commercial gap. And speaking of the Sinulog Festival, Jaw, usa sa gyud sa mga makapabibo sa selebrasyon, kani ato ang mga vendors, mga negosyante nga mamaligya og images and the vestments of Senior Santo Niño. However, karon gibalhin mo gud sila sa kompanya maritima because of these changes no nga gipahigayon, and medyo luoy gid ilang kahimtang dito kay wala man gud kay foot traffic in
Right.
that area.
Sa una pag yun na sila nag-struggle, and you know, kung nagbaligya ka, kinahanglan gid kang mga tao, mga suki nimo, sa uban mutultol pa asa na sila nahimutang sa ilang
Yes.
bagong lugar karon. But believe sad ko ani nila, no, because throughout the years they were able to survive. You know,
That's true.
because dagamang mga issue like they were obstructing daw sa mga motorista nato, so kinahanglan nga ibalhin sila, and even up to now, no, it's still an issue for them, pero naara gyapon because namang yung mga tao nga magpailis, magpaayo
Yes.
sila mga Santo Niño images, diba?
Every January. So
Right.
kana atong tan-awon ang story of their lives. Let's watch this beautiful video about the vendors kaning mga muilis og Santo Niño images and vestments outside the Basilica in the Sinulog special of My Negosyo.
Ako si Alma Amorin and this is My Negosyo Pet Senior.
Ako si Leticia Benido. Mo ni akong negosyo, Santo Niño.
Actually, before ko nakapaninda, nag-work ko sa Robinson for 30 years. So, after 30 years, nag-resign ko, then kuan ko og negosyo, nag-santos ko. Ako lang gitry, pero so far okay naman. Before, sidewalk vendor ko, mao na akong pwesto ko ng sa Atbang. Pagka-pandemic, timing, nag-close ni siya. So, among gihangyo sa tag-iya kung pwede kami ang mo rent. Before, discerning tugot ang tag-iya, murag nagduha pa sila kung kaya ba na mo. Kay sidewalk vendor na baya mi. So, mo to, hangtod karon nakakuan mi gamay, nakapundar mi. Actually, uban is utang. Kay, ba di baya takuan. So, ano ni karon, bago pa lang ni diri namo, nang hinaot lang ko nga makasurvive mi ani nga kuan negosyo.
resign pa jud ko ni tinda na mid aning simbahan. Kapila na may gidimulis, balik ya po may tinda. Kaya mo naman gini among panginabuhi. Mo nagibuhi sa among mga anak, sa mga apo. Ya, ako sa mga anak, ako sunod sa nako. Ako gitudloan sa sila. Unsa ang pagpanginabuhi, maninda og mga santos. Mo na ko mga anak, mao sad tinda nila pareho rami. Bisag nangaminyo na sila, mo ra gyud po nang among panginabuhi. Una gyud kanang ang tinda sa una gyud sa sinugdanan ako pagtinda nako sa simbahan. Ang mga tinda, mga burloloy, mga bag, mga samin, mga native product nga. Dayon, namay ningon nga kung maninda ka diri, maninda ka og santos. Mo to nagtuon ko sa pag sinina aning Santo Niño kani. Unsaon ni siya pag sinina. Mo to siya sinugdanan. Nga naninda kong santos, yan naday magpailis. Nagtuon din ko kung saan pagtaon ani, mga sinina, Santo Niño niya. Kanang mga maninda, nahimo na kabahin namin sa kasaysayan sa Santo Niño. Kaya umagoy maninda, naman sa'yo mo kuhan nga, uy, sato ta dito, unsa na diyan, ay naninda, unsa na yung mga santos. Kuan ko na, Milagruso, Santo Niño sa Cebu. Wala nga, lain-laing lugar. Muari gud sa Cebu. Muari gud sa musimba gud sila. Kay kabalo naman sila nga ang Santo Niño, Milagruso jud.
Among gipang offer diri kay mga religious items like mga images, Santo Niño, natay mga Mama Mary, nasa tay mga religious accessories like mga rosary, mga scapular, mga bracelet, rosary bracelet, o guban pa mga pendant, mga basta related sa religious items. Natay daghang klase sa Santo Niño, ma'am. Natay mga made of wood ang base, then fiberglass ang lawas. Like ani, mao ni pinakagamay sa Santo Niño, ug mao sa ni ang pinakadako, size 24. Nasa tay laing klase made of ceramics or chalk. Mao sad ni siya, number 2. Napani gamay gyud ani, na nasa ni dako pud ani number 1 ang ginadak-an. Nasa tay mga palaboy, kani mao ni pinakadako sa palaboy niya. Nasa tay mga sinina ani, pwede ni siya ilis-ilisan og sinina. Nya ang sinina ani pwede sad ilis sa bata, pwede sad suoton sa bata nga 3 years old or pababa. Ang pinakabarato sa wood base nga Santo Niño is kini pinakagamay 200, then 200 din ang pinakamahal is kini 15 to 18. Ang uban mo hatagan niya ni og 20,000. Ang kining palaboy is 1.5 ni sa ako ang pinakadako. Nya ang pinakagamay ani is 300. Ang kaning ceramic sad nga kuan is naatay tag 50 pesos to 300. Mingaw jud dun, ma'am. Pero noon sa ang mga tao gyud kay naanad na magud sila kada tuig. Di gyud sila mo absent ng paili sa sinina. Murag diri na lang gyud meaning focus na lang sa sinina. Kay mama gyud ni ilhang na kuanan nga. Every year gyud mag-ilis gyud og sinina. Pero kung ingon ta sa mga kanang mag-purchase, mamalit, minus gyud siya, ma'am, compare last year.
balik na magtinda itong October, nagyan po mi halin. Pero ginagmay na lang. Lahi ra gid atong wala pa'y pandemic. Kaya nga no, na may limit ang tao. Bawal naman kung wala kay quarantine. Katong quarantine, maumuntay ko agbase sa mga tao nga makagawa sila. Kanang Lunes, Merkulis, Biyernes. Among sitwasyon nga gibalhin mi sa kumpanya maritima. Lahi ra gyud kaysa dito pa mi sa among Kristo sa may simbahan. Kay ang mga tao wala man ang uban kanang nabaguhan, wala man sila katultul. Asa nila pailisi ilang mga karaan nga Santo Niño. Naa naman migay mga suki-suki dire. Ang tao murag na libog na ba asas laagi, asas lapadung. Naay mo ari mga gamay ra jud. Naay magpailis. Way kay mamalit. Kasagaran diri ra kanang magpailis.
Bali, amo lang ilisan ang Santo Niño kung naigamayng depekto, i-repair, then pagwapuhan, i-retouch. First, amo na siyang limpyuhan, pagkahuman, pintalan, ibalik siya sa iyahang original nga hitsura. Mao na siya, pagkahuman ilisan og sinina.
May pattern ani. Ako yung mabutang ani mga sequins. Nami siya pattern. Kaya na mag-leaf. Mag-design kag imo.
Magwapa ka na.
Oo. Kung sa limit mo ibutang niya nga mga sequins nga mga yan siya. Para ang tao sad ba makakita, nindot ni siya nga design. Kani akong paliton.
Katuig nag-ilis og sa Manila sa mga santos, pagwapuhan ako sa katong mga manindot sila, pagkuanan ng mga sanina para nindot ba sila tan-aon to sa ilang mga kuan, mga lipay pud sila. Actually kung manay magpailis ako ni hubuan, dayon pintalan ako siya mga kuan para magwapa siya balik, nya mahayag og balik. Ang katong mga sanina itaod nako. Mo ni siya ang mga putol na kamot niya, kani siya ako ra ni siya ipapilit o glugan. So ipilit na to siya para mabalik og kuan ng sumpay ang iyang kamot. Kaya kung naiupan sa na wala na mga kamot, nara nami available mga gagmay hanto sa mga dagko.
Kaya ako sa Gudinyo, sa akong papa panigikan, man wala naman akong papa ron. So kami na yung nag-jam sa mga Santo Niño. So every time na mabot ang Sinulog, napit ang Sinulog, magdagay na amo din siyang isuro yun. Masa na ito isuro sa niya. Para masang ilisan ng sanina, akong papintalan. So amo na din yung every year. So ako lang kay tigaan niyo ng lawas, blessing sa akong pamilya, o kan. Yung mingili kayo sa mga talagman o mga sakit.
Nindot akong pamati na nakapailis kong mga santos, nakapagkuan ko, sa para na ko humukay akong kasing-kasing na nakatabang ko sa line town na nakakuan sa ilang mga santos, napalimpyo, nakapailis. gaan sa paminaw ma. Mura lang kag nagtrabaho ka nga murag walang kay murag kay hunahuna nga mga problema bisag nagyoy daghan murag gaan lang kaayo ba nga magatubang ka sa mga imahe ba nga manguan ka nga bisag inani na ginagi ang taog pandemic murag wala lang gihapon murag gaan ra sa ako ang paminaw nga nakakuan ko nga ako mga baligya mga religious related nga item.
Iboto ko ni Santo Niño kay nanam ko'y kasinatian nga iya kong gitabangan. Daghan mga kalisod, tabang gid siya. Doon na siya mga gipakita nga mga milagro ba. Minta na diri. Puro namin nain mga milagro.
Hinaot lang unta ako nga unta maka mawala na ning atong gisagubang karon nga COVID-19 para naman mobalik na ta sa normal nga panginabuhi. Dili lang kita diri og sa tibok kalibutan mao na sa akong gikuan. Murag mao man gyud siguro kadaghanan gyud ampo nga mawa na unta ning kuan karon gisagubang natong pandemya.
ako sa Senior Santo Niño na unta na maayo mabalik ng atong mawala na ni atong pandemic na ma-back to normal na para sa ma-back to work ng uban, hindi na magkalisod-lisod, hindi na magkakunkuan. Ampo lang naman sa senior na unta sa karong tuiga na wala gamay na lang, wala na naman sige papagin, hindi na kaya daghan ng kaso.
Sangpit kaniya, iya di kan tabangan. Mangita gid sa paagi ba? Nga. Naadjud sa ihatag nimo. Naka milagro sa Santo Niño sa Cebu. Balaan ba? Balaan man nga bata.
This is Rachel, employee, 5 years. Supervisor, after 10 years. Manager after 15 years. Dead end? Nowhere to go? IMG for limitless opportunities.
This is no ordinary story. This is not just about a new home. It's welcoming a new life. This is not just about finding another office. It's about building the future. This is not just about real estate. It's about growing and nurturing a community together. And this inspires our extraordinary story. That's why in Cebu Landmasters, we go beyond the usual for you every day.
Building relationships is not a one-time transaction. It requires consistency and commitment with every interaction. Through dedicated teams, we redefine what hands-on service truly means. From choosing the best property for you, up to you actually living in it. Our sales, customer care, and property management teams are there for you every step of the way.
Strong communities start with a clear understanding of the landscape and its people. Through our expertise of this means, we have emerged as the leading local developer in key Visayas and Mindanao cities.
We at Cebu Land Masters choose our location meticulously because we understand the needs of our community.
We go beyond the usual features through our value-added amenities, you get to live and experience more.
It's not just about the space. It's about finding the right one for you. Through a range of developments, from subdivisions, condominiums, hotels, offices, mixed use and townships, we offer various choices that suit your lifestyle.
Extraordinary hands-on service, Vismin expertise, amenities, and choices are our pillars that make us who we are.
This is our responsibility that molds the foundation of everything we do.
At Cebu Land Masters, we go beyond what is expected. Because you deserve to live extraordinarily.
Well, again, you're still watching MyTV's Cebu Sinulog 2021 special production. Well, we've had the history of the image of the Santo Niño. At this point, let's get it from the horse's mouth. The founder, the father, now, if he will accept it, the grandfather of the Sinulog, Mardi Gras, and religious cultural event here in Cebu. Good day. How would I call you? David Boy Odilao?
Kuya Boy lang.
Kuya Boy na lang. Okay.
Ngayong hapon, kanimo, Sir Eric.
Oy, mayong konsad.
Sa mga tanaw o naminaw ni atong pasiugda karon ka.
Kuan siguro, we would be very much interested, no? There's a new generation of Filipinos, mga millennials, nga wala kabalo siguro kung unsay sinugdanan gyud aning sinulog o unsa magay tumong o tuyo unta aning kuan sinulog katong ikaw ang nagpasiugda gyud.
Honestly, it was more of accident ba o coincidence ba? Because basically I'm a customs man.
Yes.
But when I became collector of the Manila and Mactan International Airport, that was January 8, 1978. By that time in June, in 1978, June 16 something, I was also called to Manila, and immediately I was appointed, in addition to my duties as collector of customs, as regional director of the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development.
Regional director?
Regional for Central Visayas, Region 7.
Region 7.
The reason was they were limited in funding. So they have to utilize people who are already in place and whom they believe that could give them the necessary support in the realization of their objective and mission as a new ministry. Then a question was asked as to whether what are the most interesting historical or cultural happening in my region. which is Central Visayas, in
Okay.
Cebu. Immediately I said, we have two. As of now, I have two. Namely, the Battle of Mactan.
Yes.
This is the only battle that we won in this country. And of course, the Santo Niño. Because Cebu is noted for its being the seat of Christianity in the Far East. And we are proud to have the Santo Niño. So he said, can you come up with an activity with all of this? Said, I will. I can do it. Oh, I will do it. But first, I have to do the first reenactment of the Battle of Mactan. So I did. In 1979, when I was already concurrent director of the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, I organized a group that would, aside from my staff, that would help me out in coming up with a very true reenactment of the Battle of Mactan.
Yes.
Because we should consider that Magellan's monument was already there for about centuries.
Yes, several
century
centuries,
now.
yes.
And our hero, our own hero, Lapu-Lapu, wapay mga monumento dito.
Yes, yes.
So I said to myself that when we are to reenact the Battle of Mactan, I said, why not we come up with a monument of Lapu-Lapu?
So that monument that people are now witnessing in Lapu-Lapu, Lapu-Lapu City for that matter, or Mactan, is your own
The very
contribution.
monument that we had, except for some renovation in the facial and the figure of Lapu-Lapu.
Who was the sculpture for this statue?
If I
you will
remember,
recall.
if I remember correctly, I think it was Padilla or Aranita, either of the two.
From Manila, from Cebu?
No, from Cebu. They were
Cebu.
famous sculptors.
Okay, okay. Because Araneta Mangod, everybody might relate it to the Aranetas
Yeah.
in Manila, yes. Okay.
It could be either of the two.
Araneta or Padilla.
Yes.
Okay. Was former First Lady Imelda Marcos crucial in choosing who would be the sculpture to make the statue of monument of Lapu-Lapu?
Honestly, I was told that I was no longer in Mactan. I was no longer here. I was already assigned in Mindanao. I was told that a certain sculptor from Manila was sent by the First Lady to come up with murag siguro magustuhin nila ang forma sa itsura ni Lapu-Lapu.
The original one?
The original one.
Which you started?
Which I started.
Okay.
Why? Because our concept of Lapu-Lapu and our historical consultants said that Lapu-Lapu was a Malay.
Okay.
Of course, he was a warrior.
Yes,
a
yes.
chieftain. Then, bubo siya ilong.
Yes.
So, bubog ilong si Lapu-Lapu.
So this, this monument that
iso
we see
kayo.
now is not the original design.
It's not the original design.
This is the Imelda Marcos version based on a sculpture that she chose from Manila.
Yeah, he's seen somebody.
Would you happen to remember the name also of the sculpture?
I cannot. I was no longer around at that time.
I will not mention that there are some people who have observed, made very clear observations, comments about the monument. If you look at it at a certain angle, they seem not to be happy with it. But kutob lang ko din kay. But going back to the Santo Niño, how did the Sinulog begin in relation to the concept of putting up the original Battle of Mactan, and then how did David Boy Odilao become the father of this of this great cultural activity?
As I said, I mentioned of the Battle of Mactan. Honestly, it was a modest success.
Okay.
Why? Because we had 50 warriors on the side of Magellan, soldiers, being trained in actual combat.
Okay.
50 on the side of Lapu-Lapu in actual combat.
Yes.
Under the baton of the late Master Kakoy Canite.
Yes,
Bruce
yes.
Paris film.
Arnis. Yes. So, yun sa man pagsud ani karon ni Santo Niño katong from the Battle of Mactan, now we are into the Sinulog. Did you really have it as concept in your head na?
Yes.
Na Sinulog yung inyong ang inyong concept?
We had that. Pero nauna manggod 1979 I should have a project.
Okay.
So, after that modest success we had in the Battle of Mactan, which was considered to be more of a semblance of my pagka-authentic kunuhay.
Oh, yes.
Doon na may galyon niya to and all that. Pagkahuman niya na, so we came up with that project of Sinulog.
So, the word Sinulog came also from you?
Yeah, because we have to conduct some research on this.
Okay.
Doon namin mga grupo na ito nga among gihangyo gyud nga
mag-research
ka na mo. Like DM Istabaya.
Okay.
Like Dr. Rizal Mujares.
Rizal Mujares, yes.
Rupay, kinsa ba ito uban, mga si Dikito, kinsa ba ito uban. Nga among gikonsulta ni ini. We have to go to ati-atihan.
To observe.
Yeah, to observe. We have to go to Dinagyan in Iloilo and try to observe what it is
they were doing
about.
Oh.
And it turned out that the ati-atihan, the Dinagyan,
yes,
were activities in honor of the Senor Santo Niño de Cebu.
Okay. In honor of Senor Santo Niño of Cebu.
Cebu.
Okay.
So, nabuong ko nga naman kita nga
wala hinoon
mga Cebuanong wala man tanini.
Oh.
So, amo itong ipadayon. The same group, I had about 7 tribes at that time.
Did you make use of the schools, because that's part of the historical recollection? You used the different schools around to be able to come up with this kind of a sinulog.
Yes.
And it was just around the basilica.
Yes, actually. The group that I utilized in Bahog-Bahog sa Mactan, atong mga tribo dito,
yes,
were also the same group.
Okay.
Easily, because I were sort of friendly with practically all of the presidents of these schools. Universities.
Okay. Would you happen to kindly mention who are these schools, because so that we can give them also the proper honor, if you remember?
Honestly, of course, we had University of San Carlos.
Okay.
Southwestern University. We had CIT. We had UB. We had USP. We have CSGR. CSAT. And sa pausa. Basta kay, these are the major schools nga akong gidool nito.
The first sinulog was in 1982?
1980.
1980, not 82?
Not 82.
Okay. Now, when you conceptualized sinulog, is it now the same sinulog today as it was before, or it has already blossomed, it has transformed, lahi na?
Medyo lahi na kay ang among konsepto sa sinulog was more of halad.
Okay.
Dance of veneration in honor of the Senor Santo Niño.
Okay.
Mabitaw gani nga mayong kag Pit Senyor kang tatay kini. Pit Senyor kang nanay kini.
Okay.
Kang undoy kini.
Oh.
Ang Pit Senyor na to ang spelling is P-I-T.
Yes.
S-A-N-Y-O-R. Dili ka ng Viva Senior. Dina, Pit Senior is Binisaya gyud.
Oh, yes.
Nganong na sinulog man. Kay among gi-conceptualize po nga ang sayaw ni Anto, diha mis Basilica.
Yes, Basilica ra mo magtuyok-tuyok.
Diha mis Basilica, nag-practice una.
Okay.
With our choreographers
lain-lain
and
contingent.
Oh, diha mi. Initially, ang kami unang mga practice. In fact, ila kong gipasayaw.
Ni sayaw po ka?
Akong giingnan silang dira pa ko kamaw mo sayaw. Pero doon na usa ka tiguang kinsa tong tiguang nga nakalimot ko nga. Nga mo nagtudlo na mo niadto. Kami diha man ganito si aning John Quintanar.
Yes.
Who was with us. Sayo-sayo mi dito. Apil po ko. Ang basic steps sa Sinulog was 2 steps forward and 1 step backward then sideways. Mga doon na mga innovations karon dagana kayo.
Pero asa mo nagtuyok adto, asa mo naglako-lako sa Basilica ra gyud mo.
The first Sinulog was of course Halad Simba.
Okay.
Ang grupo.
Yes, Simba, yes.
Then after the mass tuyok mi around downtown area.
Okay.
Then rest mi sa Plaza Independencia at mi mag-lunch. Pag-lunch na mo, balik na sad mi mga 1-2 o'clock. Balik na sad mi sayaw. It was around that area of the Basilica, meaning the downtown Cebu area.
How was the reception the first time kuan? Gisugdan ninyo?
Everybody was surprised because the Sinulog actually ang ilang mga costumes katong karaan nga costumes na to wa pa mga kuan na mga Mardi Gras na.
Wala pa na.
It was more of kandila, panyo, ana.
Tapos nay mga pag-ampo mintras nagsayaw-sayaw.
Yes, correct. Simba gyud una.
Okay. And then when did Cebu City Hall and the provincial capital finally get involved with Sinulog? If you can just recall.
Actually, from the start, they were already involved.
Already, okay.
But I had that fortune also of getting promoted in my position sa customs.
Okay.
I was promoted to district collector in the port of Surigao. So I had to relinquish the activity to Dean Mayor Solon, who was actually active in the preparation of the first Sinulog. Sinulog sa Sugbo. If only to be identified nga kining Sinuluga Sibuni.
Okay.
Akong turn over diha mismo sa Plaza Independencia ni Mayor Solon. And in fact, there were media who were present at that time.
Atong mga panahona nabay kuan premyo na gipanghatag para sa mga dumadaog ng mga contingent o wala pa?
Wala pa except mga tokens o mga trophies nga gihatag na mo sa kara contingent.
When did the concept of monetary rewards come in?
When it was already turned over to Mayor Solon. Then namasugod ang giingon nilang Mardi Gras. In fact, I objected to the use of the word Mardi Gras. Kaya never nga maghalad ka Mardi Gras na. Musayaw ka sa Sinulog. But when they created already the Sinulog Foundation, medyo daghan na kayo itong mga idea nilang hingo na tuning padako na ito na ni Juan. May invite na itong mga commercial advertisements, mga sponsors and all that.
Did you ever see it way back then, in the 1980s, that it would be this big? Nga inani gyud kadako gyud kayo ba nga wala ginagi pulong nila ang economic activity mo butog more than 1 billion pesos. Did you ever imagine that it would become this big?
I honestly, I did not.
Okay.
while we conceptualized the first Sinulog and the bahog-bahog sa Mactan we never thought of kanang mudako ng nani. Kanya mo involved na og economic activity as big as this one. Kay ang amo was purely to
Religious.
come up with an activity na at least makita nila nga we are Cebuanos and there was this guy Lapu-Lapu, more of identity.
Under COVID, no, naatas tungas COVID, sa kangit-ngitan sa COVID, unsa may matambag nimo? Isip amahan, lolo sa fundador sa kuan sa Sinulog. What words can you give us for 2021?
Ang ako lang yun is siyempre ampo ta. Hangad tas taas nga maluwas ta na ning COVID. In fact, og dili lang kamo ang nag-imbitar na ko, murag dili na gani ko
are you in agreement nga wala na yung mga contingent for this year's celebration, wala na yung mga contingent, and then murag imbes nga buhatong virtual, or did you have your own ideas as to how to undertake the Sinulog unta for 2021?
Okay raman tong dunay contingent, pero ang problema would be the people that would be watching it. Kay dili man nimo makontrol ang social distancing. Ang ako unta to, instead of that nga daghang tao makuha nila, ipadayon tong among gisugdan last year katong baruto, regata diha sa SRP, which incidentally nga initially na approve nta sa Coast Guard, pero because of this kanabang na murag dili interesado na ipadayon ng City Hall. So I think sorry na murag dili siguro na to mahinayon na.
Hopefully next year. Final words sa tanang namati nato regarding Sinulog, Pete Senior.
Ako lang ikahangyo unta sa mga naminaw nga ang atong pagampo sa taas o misalig nanta sa Senior Santo Niño o Pit Senior yun ta unya kining COVID good temporary raman ni mura pog dunay rason gani ni ani ang amo lang diri nga dugay na yung taon nga naninguha nga kaning sugbo mabutang gud sa mapa murag nabutang naman yung klaro kay ang Sinulog karon mura naman the biggest cultural or religious activity sa tibuok kay Asia. I have here Sir Eric,
go ahead please,
the original copy of our souvenir program sa Sinulog 1980.
O sige, palihog lang i-square kay parang ato i-focus para makita ni taon sa tanan nga kuan.
Akong gidani kay para makita nila, makita niyo diha nga nagsayaw sa Sinulog.
1980s ha?
1980 kani.
Okay.
Og
angay siguro ang ako lang pong ikaambit siguro kinahanglan magbuhat na taog Sinulog Museum para pwede nato butangan sa mga kabilin ba? Mga kabilin parihaan ng programa, kato mga winning costumes, panginana ba? Para sa mga video para makitaan sa mga tao kung unsay kasaysayan aning Sinulog unta.
Ngano mang di man. Mas
diba? Would that be a good idea?
Mas mayo.
Thank you very much, no? That was David Boy Odilao who spent time with us. Nag-drive yun siya, ni-anhig yun siya din, layo-layo ra ba? Maski junior citizen siya, tawag ko na lang akong junior citizen siya.
Super senior.
Oh, ning anhigyo din to share his time. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us.
My pleasure, sir.
Ayaw,
My
sir.
honor.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Kayo ninyo. I remember one time nga, giimbitar sa kong Kuya Bobit.
Yes.
Idol.
Oh, si Bobby Tabila. Yes, yes. So thank you very much. And that was our snippet for a look back into the beginnings and the roots of Sinulog circa 1980s. This is still MyTV Cebu Sinulog 2021 special production. Sa pagbalik nato, tanaw nato ang mga throwback performances sa mga champions starting with the year 2020 and backwards.
Before IMG,
I was a civil engineer.
accountant.
I was a plain housewife.
Before IMG, I used to be a doctor. I was a maintenance crew. Factoring operator.
I'm a housewife.
I was an accounting clerk.
I am a medical doctor.
I am an engineer.
Before IMG, I used to be a teacher.
I was a government employee.
A production worker.
I am a bank employee.
Before IMG, I was an admin staff.
I was a seaman.
A design engineer. I was a deli manager.
I was a telecom engineer. Before IMG, I was quality director.
I used to be a doctor. Production operator. An industrial engineer.
IT home-based freelancer.
Before IMG, I was a manufacturing specialist. I was an exporter.
Admin officer.
I was a florist.
Before IMG, I was a service crew.
I'm great.
I am great.
I am
G. I am great. I am G. I am G.
I am G. I am great. I am
MG.
I am great.
I am great.
I am great.
This is no ordinary story. This is not just about a new home. It's welcoming a new life. This is not just about finding another office. It's about building the future. This is not just about real estate. It's about growing and nurturing a community together. And this inspires our extraordinary story. That's why in Cebu Landmasters, we go beyond the usual for you every day.
Building relationships is not a one-time transaction. It requires consistency and commitment with every interaction. Through dedicated teams, we redefine what hands-on service truly means. From choosing the best property for you, up to you actually living in it. Our sales, customer care, and property management teams are there for you every step of the way.
Strong communities start with a clear understanding of the landscape and its people. Through our expertise of this MIN, we have emerged as the leading local developer in key Visayas and Mindanao cities.
We at Cebu Landmasters choose our location meticulously because we understand the needs of our community.
We go beyond the usual features. Through our value-added amenities, you get to live and experience more.
It's not just about the space. It's about finding the right one for you. Through a range of developments, from subdivisions, condominiums, hotels, offices, mixed use, and townships, we offer various choices that suit your lifestyle.
Extraordinary hands-on service. Vismin expertise. Amenities and choices are our pillars that make us who we are.
This is our responsibility that molds the foundation of everything we do.
At Cebu Landmasters, we go beyond what is expected. Because you deserve to live extraordinarily.
Welcome back to MyTV Cebu Sinulog 2021 special production, where we bring you the performances of the winning contingents from the past years. And before we had our commercial gap, Sir Eric, you interviewed the father of the Sinulog Festival, ang amahan sa selebrasyon sa Sinulog, si Sir David Boy Odilao Jr.
Yes. He is the father, and at this point in his life, he's still sharing his time. We can call him grandfather also.
Lolo na.
Lolo na of Sinulog, and he's still very active with us. And it was for a good purpose, no? It was to, enliven the youth, get them involved into religious activities, cultural activities. And si Mr. Odilao tried to get all the different schools to participate in this, no? And that's why during back then, they would go around just the Basilica. Dili na pareha karon nga, it's almost all over the streets, no?
Yeah.
And then you have Abiliana, and then you have the circuit nga ilang tuyukon. But now it's, as borrowing a term, it's really bongga, no? Bongga compared to before and now. And maulagi na, this is supposed to be a devotional way of showing one's prayerfulness to the Sampit Senior.
Yes.
Okay.
Munang Pit Senior. Kay gisampit na to si Senior Santo Niño.
Abbreviation mo kita. Basta Cebuano mo, abbreviate mo kita.
No? Shortcut.
Shortcut yun. So nahimo na siyang Pit Senior. And then, Senior is the term in Spain, which is Senior meaning, the Lord. So that's where it really comes from. And this has really grown into one of the biggest religious Mardi Gras.
Yes, that's
in the
true.
Philippines. Kay nauna man kita. Diba?
Nauna ta.
Kuto ba ko bina?
But anyway, Sir Eric, speaking of the history of the Sinulog Festival, we were actually very lucky to have been able to grab footages of the Sinulog in 1987. These are from cousins Mike and Paulo de la Victoria. So we got this from Paulo's YouTube channel. Paulo is a good friend of mine, and he actually does amazing voiceover services. So voiceover talent ni si Paulo. So if you have stories nga kinahanglan mo og male talent for the voiceover, then he is the guy to contact. But anyway, we won't keep you waiting. Let's all watch this video.
Okay, if you notice, Andrea, because we have a very, very long coverage of the Sinulog no, previously, ako na lagi shortcut ni para sa mga taong namati na to ba? That you see the evolution, the flowering, the blossoming of Sinulog. You know, looking at the circa, it's like you're caught up in a certain time period and then it slowly evolves. That's why you can see the evolution or the growth in terms of costumes.
Tinuod.
Oh, and then you will
The props.
see. Yes, and then the floats. And then the period scenes. Muna nakabantay ka din na pagani flag sa Spain.
Yeah.
Oh, pero ang kuan lang ato kung nabantayan to nila, namatiktan nila. This was the flag of Spain. Without the heraldry of the king. This should have been with the heraldry of the king.
Okay.
Kaya kung wala gani, for this FYI lang ni, no?
Yeah.
Just a vignette that if you use that flag without the heraldry of the king in the middle, that means you're declaring Spain as a republic. Makagubot ta sila.
Okay.
That's what it means. And then you also have the difference in route. Ang ruta mausab na gyud. And then of course ang mga prices na usab na kaya ang pricing is about mga 1 million pesos naman ang top price, no?
Sa Sinulog base for interpretation and street dancing.
Yes, so and then also ang cost sa production lang is some will spend as much as 7 million.
That's true.
7
Actually,
million.
layo ragid kaayo ang 1 million sa production cost.
Yes, pero they still participated because this is really, you know, a religious
Their devotion.
Yes, devotion to the Santo Niño, no? Which is in simple terms the Son of God, which is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Mao gyud. Nagtan-aw ko sa video, Sir Eric ba, na-amaze ko because wa pa ko natawan toy
Okay.
ga.
1987
This was in
man eh.
1987, 90s baby mo ko. So this is not the Sinulog that I remembered. What was your first memory of the Sinulog? Kay ako, growing up, my family and I, it was always our tradition to watch the Sinulog parade in the streets. Anha mi sa Mango. Makainomdom ko, diha mi magparking sa Luyo sa San Carlos Boys High. Maglakaw mi padung sa Mango Avenue. Unya, diha gid mi mag-standby mi diha. Magtanaw mi sa mga the dances, the performances. And then afterwards, what I could remember is that we would walk to Abeliana, Cebu City Sports Complex for the fireworks. So we did this halos every year until siguro when I was in college, when I also had my friends na nga marag mahagad na sad sila laag at that time. So
nahimo kang queen sa contingent?
Wala yun. Sayo-sayo lang ko sa kilid. Kana siya muna akong memories of Sinulog with my family until I became an intern when I was in college. So when I was an intern, nagsugod na ko cover sa Sinulog until I graduated. Murag ko anagid ko. Nag-cover na ko and I wasn't a spectator anymore. Journalist na gyud hantod karon. Ikaw, Sir Eric.
In my case, kuan gyud kaning I was with my family, with my mother, and then cause ang akong mama magud na may panaad gud sa Santo Niño. And then ako lang ni paambit. I just wanna, you know, insert this very quickly.
Yeah.
Kuan kani manggong ang akong papa was an only child. Okay? And then a late pregnancy because of a novena which my lola was doing with the Santo Niño.
Really?
Yes.
So pinangayo ka sa balaang
Dili ako,
bata?
akong amahan.
Ay mong amahan.
Okay, kung wala akong amahan, wala sa So, gipangayo gyud akong amahan sa akong lola. So it was a late pregnancy. And then the funny thing is that he was born one day after Christmas. Yes, because ang panaod sa akong lola is kung hatagan ko ninyo bata, akong tawagong Jesus. So, one of the names of my father is Jesus.
Nindot kayang story.
Yes. So kami, sige, every time, basta Sinulog time na gani, ang simbahan mo yung among unahon. Mag-ampo, mi dito, mura mag-apil lang na sa among panaad.
Yeah.
And then, mura cream over the cake na lang ng
festival.
Sayo-sayaw, ang festival, and then lakaw-lakaw, kuyog ang pamilya, kaon-kaon ginagmay, pahalipay, and then magpalayo lang tas mga nag-inom sa dosa.
Kadaghan na ka.
Oh, you know, kay maglakaw-lakaw ka bisag kinsa lang mutagay ni mo.
Mao na, that's why. So very good memories, so and then we need those kinds of kanabang recollections because nabayatas to nga sa pandemic tapos
Yes.
naatas kangit-ngitan sa atong kinabuhi, sa atong nasod ug sa tibuok kalibutan, pero naagyapon tay mutumaw ba. Pwede natong ibayaw sa atong kinabuhi kay di magyud tabiyaan sa atong Ginoo.
And I think this current pandemic also, Sir Eric, also brings us back to the exact reason why we are celebrating the Sinulog. Because sometimes we forget about the religious side of the celebration. When we speak of Sinulog, ato mahuna-hunaan, parade, sayaw, laag, but we tend to forget that this is actually really about our devotion to the Senior Santo Niño.
And to think appeal ni sa atong evolution is that sa una we were animist, no? Kan man ta kanang anito worship man ta, no?
Yes.
Silang lapu-lapu, silang radya humabo ni inana, and then naabay Ginoo sa punuan, Ginoo sa tubig, Ginoo sa kuan, sa bato tanan ana, and then this was a pagan ritual that eventually we were able to somehow co-opt as part of the Sinulog. The messaging is basically the same, except I think there was one time in the year where about the whole world was part of the Sinulog beat, no? But basically the message is still the same from then on up to the present 2021. Una siya.
Speaking of looking back at our Sinulog performances, unsa atong first contingent nga masaksihan karon, Sir Eric?
Ako rin basahon kay basig masuko ni sila nako kung di na ako masutog tarong our kuan kaning flashback lang ni siya, flashback na sa atong grand champion of the Sinulog based category, the street dancing category of Sinulog 2020, the Sinanduloy Cultural Troupe of Tangub City, Misamis Occidental. Nanaw ta.
have it, that was actually, Sir Eric, the Tangub City's grand comeback after a 2-year hiatus. So, nagpahuway sila duha ka tuig. Pagbalik nila, nidaog na sad gid sila. So, multi-awarded sad gid ni siya nga contingent. Now, nakita na nato ang grand champion for the Sinulog Bass and the street dancing category. Now, let's watch the grand champion for the free interpretation category of Sinulog 2020, who also made their grand comeback that year, the Lumad Basakanon.
Ladies and gentlemen, competing in the free interpretation category, Lumad Basakanon.
Juan de la Cruz, 10 years sa barko, successful OFW. Tired of falling, but keeps on trying? Yet you're falling over and over again? Can't get your financial solution? IMG offers you the solution. IMG, we educate, we care. This is Rachel, employee, 5 years. Supervisor, after 10 years. Manager, after 15 years. Dead end? Nowhere to go? IMG, for limitless opportunities.
By tradition, the Filipinos maintain strong family ties. But it's this same tradition that prompted more than 50% of Filipino senior citizens to rely solely on their children and relatives for support in their old age. You can follow the same path, or you can choose to proceed in another way, a better way, the Kaiser way. And what is the Kaiser way? Financial independence, especially in your retirement years, when you'll really need medical attention and support. Other HMOs serve group and individual accounts. Kaiser International Health Group focuses on your long-term health needs. How? Kaiser uniquely provides for a second layer of HMO coverage, which gives members the option to utilize it or not. You can use it if you have to, but if you stay healthy, Kaiser International Health Group will reward you with the financial independence you deserve in your senior years. Simple, worry-free, effective. Why? Because Kaiser cares. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare. By tradition, the Filipinos maintain strong family ties. But it's this same tradition that prompted more than 50% of Filipino senior citizens to rely solely on their children and relatives for support in their old age. You can follow the same path, or you can choose to proceed in another way, a better way, the Kaiser way. And what is the Kaiser way? Financial independence, especially in your retirement years, when you'll really need medical attention and support. Other HMOs serve group and individual accounts. Kaiser International Health Group focuses on your long-term health needs. How? Kaiser uniquely provides for a second layer of HMO coverage, which gives members the option to utilize it or not. You can use it if you have to, but if you stay healthy, Kaiser International Health Group will reward you with the financial independence you deserve in your senior years. Simple, worry-free, effective. Why? Because Kaiser cares. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare.
Once again, you're still watching MyTV Cebu Sinulog 2021 special production. And again, we would like to remind all of our online viewers, katong mga nagtanaw sa itong Facebook page, for your raffle entry to win a family dim sum meal from Millie's Puerting Lamia. All you have to do is comment the hashtag Sinulog 2021 with MyTV Cebu, and we will be announcing our winners next week. And we'd also once again like to thank all of our sponsors for making this show possible. Daghang salamat to the International Marketing Group, Kaiser Medical Center, Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated, Manila Bankers, De Los Reyes Optical.
And special thanks also to Cebu Land Masters Incorporated, Millie's Hyperactive Entertainment by Wesley Racoma, and Glenn Albutras Event Design. Thank you so much.
Yay!
Oh, padayon na nato, Andy, ang atong throwback. Hashtag throwback sa mga performance.
Yes.
Na ato nakitaan ang Tangub City performance.
Mhm.
By the way, naku trivia. ang tanggob dahil came from the word tangkob, no? Meaning ana rice container na made of kanang mga tree bark woven with kanang mga rattan strips. Kay ang ilang main livelihood gid agriculture, at least 60% of their land area tamnan gyud sa mga residente diha. Ang uban fishing. Mao na nga thankful gyud sila every now and then nga mo perform sila for the Sinulog, for the bountiful harvest ang ihatag sa ila nga blessings.
Wow, and then grabe gid ang tanggob. Sige lang kadaog sa Sinulog,
One of the most awaited gyud.
Yes, sa out-of-town contingents, merg sila ang pinakadaghan nga wins. So amazing gid kayo itong mga nakita na nga performances. Again, a while ago we had the Tanggob performance and from Lumad Basakanon. So kato silang duha pag 2020, pareho sila nga contingents that made a grand comeback after sa ilang pahuway.
Oo, nagpawaan naman na kinahanglan sa siguro na yung mga years nga murag i-prepare sa ninyo ba? Or probably they prepared for another competition outside kay ang Lumad Basakanon, di ba?
Yes.
Known worldwide.
Amazing kayo. Ari na sa 2019, Jao?
Yes, padayon ta. And of course, let's continue to support our very own contingents na sad.
Yes.
Ari ta sa Southern Cebu, Karkar City at Heritage City nato. Digid nato limta na because they are also preparing every year na lang og nagi mga surprise nga ipakita sa ato with their costumes, ang execution, 'di ba? Ma-thrill gud ka every time they perform. So, let's look back at the winning performance of Karkar City.
there you go. That was the winning performance of Karkar City in 2019. So they won the Sinulog-based and street dancing category. And by the way, Jao, pag 2019, those kating champion sa street dancing and Sinulog-based, diba, that's 1 million each. That was just only 2 out of 8 awards.
Wow.
8 awards gid daw ilang nadagaan pag Sinulog 2019. And they always landed in the top 5 since 2008.
Grabe,
Ana
halos, no?
kalig-on ang ato ang contingent from Karkar. Grabe, tungod siguro ni sa kuan, chicharon dito.
Wala makahatag og energy. Chicharon nila ampaw. Unsa mga delicacy diha, di ba?
Ampaw, chicharon. Yeah, Karkar is also known for the shoes, di ba?
Shoes, oo. Ug ang mga balay kanang sa Spanish American
Yes,
era, di ba?
oo.
Nagyapon na preserve nila.
Mga yun ang gitawag nga heritage of Cebu.
So gikan south arita sa north.
Yes.
Layuaw.
Doon sa inyo.
Sa amo gyud.
Doon sa kuan. Doon sa New Steam Milk Tea.
Na segue pa.
Atong tan-awon Jao, ang winning performance for the free interpretation category. By the way, atong time Jao, first time sila nga ni apil sa Sinulog Festival ni daog gyud sila. Atong tan-awon ang winning performance from Tribo Malipayon from Consolacion.
From 2019, let's go to 2018. Here comes Car City again, another winning performance for the Sinulog bass category. Let's look at this.
So that was the champion performance, again from Karkar City. Now let's rewind to the winner of the free interpretation category in 2018, Tribo Candaya from Daan Bantayan. And by the way, Jao, kung makahinumdum mo, ang ilang festival queen nag-viral ni sa social media tungod sa iyang costume. This was designed by her cousin, Mark Luce. So, kung makainumdum mo, ang iyang Festival Queen costume, more siya pinarice terraces ang skirt, no? Na ay mga bahay kubo, na ay coconut trees.
And you can imagine how heavy was that? Ikaw, musugot ka og sulobad to?
Para siguro kung mag-rubber shoes ko. Dili mag-heels.
Murag, kuwang na lang, musaka dito. Rice terraces. Pero, it's very Filipino.
Yes. And kuwan gid mo sad gyud na nga the reason why it made waves on social media because of the creativity of the designer. And aside from the contingent nga atong tanaon from Daan Bantayan, we will also be watching the winner for the street dancing category in 2018, Tribo Buyoganon from Abuyog, Leyte. Let's all watch this.
This is no ordinary story. This is not just about a new home. It's welcoming a new life. This is not just about finding another office. It's about building the future. This is not just about real estate. It's about growing and nurturing a community together. And this inspires our extraordinary story. That's why in Cebu Landmasters, we go beyond the usual for you every day.
Building relationships is not a one-time transaction. It requires consistency and commitment with every interaction. Through dedicated teams, we redefine what hands-on service truly means. From choosing the best property for you, up to you actually living in it. Our sales, customer care, and property management teams are there for you every step of the way.
Strong communities start with a clear understanding of the landscape and its people. Through our expertise of this min, we have emerged as the leading local developer in key Visayas and Mindanao cities.
We at Cebu Landmasters choose our location meticulously because we understand the needs of our community.
We go beyond the usual features. Through our value-added amenities, you get to live and experience more.
It's not just about the space. It's about finding the right one for you. Through a range of developments from subdivisions, condominiums, hotels, offices, mixed use and townships, we offer various choices that suit your lifestyle.
Extraordinary hands-on service. Vismin expertise. Amenities and choices are our pillars that make us who we are.
This is our responsibility that molds the foundation of everything we do.
At Cebu Landmasters, we go beyond what is expected. Because you deserve to live extraordinarily.
And welcome back to MyTV Cebu Sinulog 2021 special production as we bring to you the Sinulog fever right at your homes even at the time of pandemic.
Maogyod.
Lagi dapat ingon ana, no?
Yes.
At the time of the pandemic.
Yes.
Very historic for all of
Para
us.
di na sila kinahanglan manggawas. Igo na lang sila mo tanaw sa ilahang TV. Again, that's Sky Cable Channel 30. Or if you wish to watch us online, pwede gid gihapon kaayo. Just visit our page, MyTV Cebu.
Di na makigather sa crowd outside.
Mao.
Mas safe pa sa balay. Ganina, nanata, no? Up to 2018 ang mga performance ang atong nakitaan. So, padayon na nato, Andy, 2017.
So, we will be watching the winning performances last 2017. These are the Sinanduloy Cultural Troupe, again from Tangub City for the Sinulog-based, Lanao del Norte, the Land of Beauty and Bounty for the free interpretation category, and Tribo Katbalugan Samar for the street dancing category.
Allahu Akbar. Unang panahon, ang langit tugang yuta, nagatakdo ang ilang buma, sa mata sa mahang adlaw, inahang yuta, ulan sa kinabuhi. Mga datu sa Indiana Kembara nawalami Nimbuluga mga rampanar sadar na peraranda Naniyo kaya rupa Kurang na bunar kembabaan na isa
karumangka si Imelda Kibransa.
Why, tiyarimakan na karumakan si Imelda Kibransa sabab putamok apya kayunan na ininggulalan ko agamaw Islam.
Inipaledel ka sa rigswatakan na si Imelda Kibransa sabab putamok ang ininggulalan ko. Dunia! Terus sumpah yang tanah.
Miss Dina Natuto, 28 years old, call center agent.
Wow, ang bongga! Incentive commission! Ang dami kong blessings!
Cannot save? Don't know how to save? IMG. We educate. We care. February, Happy Hearts Day. March, Happy Graduation Day. April, Summer na bes. May, Happy Fiesta. June, Back to School. July, Happy Birthday. August, Happy Anniversary. September, Early Christmas Shopping. October, Shopping. November, Happy Halloween. December, Christmas Party. Christmas Party. Christmas Party. January, Happy New Year. Don't worry, you can still be happy. Change your lifestyle. IMG. Changing people from spender to saver.
By tradition, the Filipinos maintain strong family ties. But it's this same tradition that prompted more than 50% of Filipino senior citizens to rely solely on their children and relatives for support in their old age. You can follow the same path, or you can choose to proceed in another way, a better way, the Kaiser Way. And what is the Kaiser Way? Financial independence, especially in your retirement years, when you'll really need medical attention and support. Other HMOs serve group and individual accounts. Kaiser International Health Group focuses on your long-term health needs. How? Kaiser uniquely provides for a second layer of HMO coverage, which gives members the option to utilize it or not. You can use it if you have to, but if you stay healthy, Kaiser International Health Group will reward you with the financial independence you deserve in your senior years. Simple, worry-free, effective. Why? Because Kaiser cares. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare.
Welcome back to MyTV Cebu Sinulog 2021 special production where we relive the memories of the past Sinulog festivals. Ari na sadta sa tuig 2016 to 2015. But before we bring you their winning performances, again, we would like to make a special shout out to all of our sponsors for making this show possible. Again, thank you so much to the International Marketing Group, Kaiser Medical Center, Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated, Manila Bankers, De Los Reyes Optical.
Thank you, Cebu Landmasters Incorporated, Milis Hyperactive Entertainment by Wesley Racoma and Glenn Albutras Event Design.
Yes, thank you so much to all of our sponsors. So atong i-introduce, Jao, kinsa man atong mga winners sa 2016?
2016, the winners were Plaza Oculturang Placereño from Masbate for the Sinulog Base category, Lanao del Norte, the Land of Beauty and Bounty for the free interpretation, and Tribu Puyuganon for the street dancing.
Pagdahil mo lang imong ngalan, umabot ka na mo ang imong gingharian. Matuman ang imong pagbuod, dili sayo ka maingon sa langit. Ang kalan-una mo sa matag adlaw, ihatag ka na mo karon adlaw, ug pasaylo ang kami sa akong mga sala. Ingon nga pasaylo kami sa nakasala ka namo, ug dili mo kami tugyan sa panulay. Pinunong alwar sa kami sa daotan. Amen. Magimaya ka Maria. Hala, asa mo ko akong anak? Nawala ang akong anak. Dong, asa mas dudong? Log, kumana ka kalun. Kita ka sa akong anak. Dong, laagan ko yung bata. Uy, asa na taon ko, uy. Dahil kita ka sa akong anak.
round of applause for our 2016 winning performances.
Yay!
And padayon may follow no sa atong hashtag karon, hashtag Sinulog 2021 MyTV Cebu, and get your dim sum from Milis.
Yeah, so all you have to do again is just to simply comment that hashtag on our video link on our Facebook page, and we will be giving you an entry for your online raffle, and we will be announcing the winners next week. So, arena ta sa tuig 2015. We will be watching the winning numbers of the Sinulog champions, again still from our consistent winning contingents. Kulturang Placereño, Tribo Boyoganon, and Lumad Basakanon. have it, those were the winning performances in 2015. And if inyong nabantayan, daghan yun ang mga mo stand out ng mga contingents, consistent yun, no? Ang kining mga winners every sinulog. So it would always ring a bell. Kaning Lumad Basakanon, Tanggob, Masbate, Karkar. What do you think, Jaws? Sige ni mo cover sa sinulog every third Sunday of January para ni mo unsa may winning factor aning ato ang mga contingents.
I think it's really the element of surprise. And of course, the center of it all, ang message yun.
Of the story, no?
Story yun. Magigipangita sa tanan. Kay bisan unsa ka colorful, kasadya, ka uniform siguro ang choreography nila. Pero kung di mo masabtan, o dili ka na bitawang mutagos.
Yeah.
Kasing-kasing. Passing ra kayong performance for you.
Mao gyud no, nagid toy mga contingents nga dili nimo makalimtan ang ilahang performance because it has that certain wow factor. Nga ma-feel man sad gyud nimo sa reaction sa audience, especially if you're at the grandstand. No, nga kanang madungog nimo ba ang crowd reaction, wow, daog na gyud ni ana. It's really something as what you said, it is about the storyline.
Right.
And then of course, winning factors at gid ang ilahang costumes, ang ilang props, and how they put it all together to come up with, let's say, a masterpiece performance.
And it has evolved, ang message nila. Like before, we only see Thanksgiving for agriculture, livelihood. Karon, they're already trying to inculcate technology.
Yes.
Natin makita ng mga performances ngayon na kung saan paggamit sa technology as a gift to all of us, not as a curse. Diba?
Responsible use of social media and technology.
So throughout the years, makita nyo din mo not only from the out-of-town contingents but also our very own contingents there is sa Cebu.
And ako sa nabantayan, Jao, nga kaning mga contingents, although every year mag-ilis-ilis ilang theme, but nagyud ay one factor nga ilang ipabilin ang something nga kanabitang ma-associate good with their contingent. For example, Abuyog Leyte. Bisag mag-usab ilang storyline, di gyud na mawagtang ilang pagkabuyog no sa ilahang performance.
Makita nimo ang black and yellow.
Yes. So they would always have that something they would be remembered for by every time they join the Sinulog Festival. Kanang mga trademarks atong mga contingents.
Even ang Karkar, ilang Filipiniana.
Yes,
diba? Very Filipino, Spanish type ng mga costume.
Asa ang kuan, Lumad Basakanon, magnasad gid sila yung trademark, no?
The green.
Yes.
Ug ang trademark nilang choreography sad. Kanang ilang formation. Bantayan gid mo every time they perform, diba?
And as what you mentioned, kasi ang Tanggob, no, that they always try to incorporate their livelihood sa imuhang gipang share nato nga trivia about the history of the name Tanggob.
Actually, it's although makabaw magyud ng all their efforts and even ang finances nila, di man gyud na mo compensate sa prices. Di ba?
Layo ra gyud kayo
ang ilang pag-ari, especially for town contingents.
Kanang 1 million nga ilang madagan jaw, layo ra gid kay na sa ilang gi-invest. But I think for the contingents, it's not really about pagkwenta sa ilahang pila na gasto because they are joining the Sinulog Festival first and foremost because of their devotion to Senior Santo Niño.
And it's so heartwarming makadungog kag stories like after the performance, win or lose, they will go to the basilica. All the contingents and pray for Thanksgiving. All of them are safe and they were able to perform. No, at least bisan wa sila nakadaog, nakapakita sa nilang ilang talent and their message to everyone.
And later on, we will be showing you more of the winning performances of the contingents during the past Sinulog festivals after this break.
Before IMG,
I was a civil engineer.
Accountant.
I was a plain housewife.
Before IMG, I used to be a doctor.
I was a maintenance crew.
Factoring operator.
I'm a housewife.
I was an accounting clerk.
I am a medical doctor.
I am an engineer.
Before IMG, I used to be a teacher.
I was a government employee.
A production worker.
I am a bank employee.
Before IMG, I was an admin staff.
I was a seaman.
A design engineer.
I was a deli manager.
I was a telecom engineer.
Before IMG, I was quality director.
I used to be a doctor. Production operator. An industrial engineer.
IT home-based freelancer.
Before IMG, I was a manufacturing specialist. I was an exporter.
Admin officer.
I was a florist.
Before IMG, I was a service crew.
I'm great.
I am great.
I am
G. I am great. I am G. I am G.
I am G. I am great. I am
MG.
I am great.
I am great.
I am great.
This is no ordinary story. This is not just about a new home. It's welcoming a new life. This is not just about finding another office. It's about building the future. This is not just about real estate. It's about growing and nurturing a community together. And this inspires our extraordinary story. That's why in Cebu Landmasters, we go beyond the usual for you every day.
Building relationships is not a one-time transaction. It requires consistency and commitment with every interaction. Through dedicated teams, we redefine what hands-on service truly means. From choosing the best property for you, up to you actually living in it. Our sales, customer care, and property management teams are there for you every step of the way.
Strong communities start with a clear understanding of the landscape and its people. Through our expertise of this min, we have emerged as the leading local developer in key Visayas and Mindanao cities.
We at Cebu Landmasters choose our location meticulously because we understand the needs of our community.
We go beyond the usual features. Through our value-added amenities, you get to live and experience more.
It's not just about the space. It's about finding the right one for you. Through a range of developments from subdivisions, condominiums, hotels, offices, mixed use and townships, we offer various choices that suit your lifestyle.
Extraordinary hands-on service. This min expertise. Amenities and choices are our pillars that make us who we are.
This is our responsibility that molds the foundation of everything we do.
At Cebu Landmasters, we go beyond what is expected. Because you deserve to live extraordinarily.
Senyor sa tanan, thank you so much for tuning in to MyTV Cebu Sinulog 2021 special production. We have an amazing guest in the studio joining us for our Sinulog 2021 celebration. Guys, let's all welcome the grand champion of Sinulog Idol All-Stars, Melody Hodgson.
Bakit ba pinahirapan ang puso kong ito? Bakit ba pinapasa ako ng ganito? Hindi mo ba naisip ang aking damdamin? Hindi mo ba naramdaman ang dinadamang sakit? Sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na, huwag mo nang hayaan lang ibulong sa hangin, ulit-ulit magsisinungaling. Sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na kung mayroon ka ng iba. Sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na. Bakit ba lagi na lang ako ang biktima? Kasalanan ma kung minahal kita ng sobra, sobra. Hindi mo ba naisip ang aking damdamin? Hindi mo ba naramdaman ang dinadamang sakit? Sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na, huwag mo nang hayaan lang ibulong sa hangin, ulit-ulit magsisinungaling. Sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na kung mayroon ka ng iba. Pero nung nagkaharap-harap ang puso ko'y tinatapak-tapakan, masyado kang tahimik, di makahimik. Sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na kung mayroon ka ng iba. Sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na, huwag mo nang hayaan lang ibulong sa hangin, ulit-ulit magsisinungaling. Oh, sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na kung mayroon ka ng iba. Sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na, sabihin mo na.
So Again, we have the grand champion of Sinulog Idol All-Stars, Melody Hodgson. Hi, Melody!
Hi!
Welcome, Pit Senyor sa
Pit Senyor sa imuha.
Melody, before tika chika-chikahan, I'm sure nga curious ang atong mga viewers nga makakita sa imong winning performance during this year's Sinulog Idol All-Stars 2021. So let's look back at the winning performance of Melody Hodgson. Diba? Amazing gid kaayo ang performance ni Melody, defying gravity. You definitely defied gravity. Congratulations sa imuhang pagkadaog. So ang kaning Sinulog Idol for this year, Melody, all-stars ni siya, no? So these were the runners-up, mga finalists, o katong mga tanang nga ni-appeal.
Yeah. Tanang alumni sa Sinulog Idol mo to'y gipa-appeal.
So what year did you join the
I joined Sinulog Idol 2013, season 4. So mga 8 years ago now.
Dugay-dugay na sa
Dugay-dugay na siya. I was very young. I think I was 16 when I auditioned. So it was one of the first very massive contests na naapilan bitaw na ako ba. So long time ago na gid kay siya. So it's very nostalgic bitaw to be part of it again.
So you had to audition again?
Yes. Kami tanan gyud ni audition gyud. Gi-chatan mi ni Tita Gloria, who's the event.
Villarojo.
Yes, Villarojo of everything sa Sinulog Idol. And gi-chatan mi tanan mga alumni, do you want to join our All-Stars edition? Nya mo to siya, nag-send in day may og mga videos, mga audition videos. Online or gi-chatanan?
Online tanan. So what did you sing in your audition video?
Ni kanta ko, naamang ko'y video actually ato, pending for YouTube na ko. So I sent in that na lang sad at the same time. So I'm 42. I also sang it during the competition. It's by Tori Kelly.
Oh, okay. How about during your first performance, katong pag-grand final sa Sinulog Idol 8 years ago, what was your piece?
The very first gyud nga day or
no, katunag yung pagkuan, the last one.
Okay, the Somewhere of the Rainbow, I think. Kukuha mo na siya. Ang Sinulog Idol man good na ang original. It's
elimination
6 days. Yes, yeah. It's actually 1 week straight. Yun na siya.
Okay.
This time it was only 3 days.
Yeah.
I think the last song I sang was Somewhere of the Rainbow before.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Wala mo ko kasud sa top 3 atong panahon.
Okay. Going forward to 2021, what was the reason behind your song of choice? Are you a fan of Wicked?
Tulo mo na siya ka songs. No, the first song I sang was Roar. Goes back to my Katy Perry days. I don't know if kabaw ba ka na. Pero I used to.
We're twins.
So kay before man good a few years back ni join man good ko ka-lookalike sa ABS, and then I was the first runner-up as Katy Perry ka-lookalike.
Okay.
Moto siya nga kanang me joining bitaw Sinulog Idol was kind of like ginapakita na ko unsa may na journey na nako ba unsa may naagian nako. So last na ko pag-join bitaw Sinulog Idol. So nakakiti pair ko mo to nag-roar ko. The next day sa 42 favorite song mo guna siya sa mama because it's a gospel song ba. Moto siya ni hangyo siya nak pwede ka nimo kataon kasi sige tanaw na to. Yan nakasulod man sa top 6. Sa top 6 duha na siya. Pagka last day there was 2 songs, Defying Gravity ug Sabihin, which kantahon day na ko karon Sabihin is original song. I wrote it and also semi-produced it with good friend Pauline. So naka-release na po na siya sa Spotify and other music platforms, sa YouTube, may nga na naka-release, makita na siya. And Defying Gravity, the reason why yun, ang balik na ko sa tabi. And Defying Gravity, ang reason why nag-Defying Gravity ko kay I feel like bagay siya sa event niya. Also kay 8 years ago manggod nihilak ba gyud kog maayo kay wala gyud ko nasud top 3 kay naa na good ko sa kay katong sa una permi ko matap bottom 2.
Okay.
Yeah, permi na ko matupad ang matanggal niya, permi ko maghilak. Yeah, nakasud ko hangtod sa grand finals. Yeah, ko nana ko diri ato nila sudlo ng top 3 bahalag di makadaog sa top 3. Wala man so nihilak sad ko kay bata pa bayat. So marag ako, I was like, this is my time now to defy gravity. Also, it's a big song I've always wanted to sing pod, pero I never had the opportunity to bitaw niya. Feeling po na ako, kanimang kong Sinulog All-Stars, it's the time po nga kanang i-challenge po na ako akong self bitaw, nga kanang ma-push pagid ko further. Kay anad magud sila sa ako more of pop rock inana.
Yeah.
So this is a theatrical song, dramatic song. So lahi gud kay siya sa ilang naandan sa ako. So motoy, let's try this song daw. Yung moto nakapasulod man siya sa top 3. So na-worker gud siya.
Oh, wow. In fairness, nagtanaw ko during the live stream of the grand finals, and I really told myself nga usani sa kong mga pambato. Anyway, let's go back to your singing journey. A while ago, we were chatting before we started taping. We realized that we were in the same choir way back in so many years ago. So
siguro mga ano po ko to 11, 12.
You're 11 and 12. I was in high school. Yeah. So again, this was a diba sa Marie Ernestine School, we have this yearly annual play after the graduation, and I still remember good that play because